Okay, I'm going to take the Doctrine and Covenants and see how good this framework is. If we're to just find a verse randomly to see if it fits, if it's stretched, then it doesn't fit. But if it fits in any way, then we'll call it a good fit for this framework. So we'll start here. We'll go right here. Wherefore a commandment I give unto you, that you shall not purchase wine nor strong drink of your enemies. Has to do with getting the sacrament. The sacrament fits in the kingdom. That's the place where that verse fits. So I say it's a match, not a stretch. Turn the page. This says, for I will reveal myself from heaven with power and great glory, with all the hosts thereof, and dwell in righteousness with men 1,000 years. That's a match. It's second coming and millennium. That's a pretty good match. Okay, we'll go right here. And this ye shall know as assuredly, that there is none other appointed to receive commandments and revelation until he be taken, if he abide in me. That's Joseph Smith. He's the prophet of the kingdom. He's right here, the foundation of this church, him and apostles and prophets. So I think that's a match. Until he's replaced, he has a place in the kingdom. Okay, we turn this here. Ye look and behold the fig trees, and ye see that your eyes, and say they begin to shoot forth their leaves, and summer is nigh. That's a sign of the second coming. That's right here. Well, that's a match. Okay, we'll go another verse. They sought evil in their hearts, and I, the Lord, withheld my spirit. They condemned for evil that thing which was no evil. Nevertheless, I have forgiven my servant Isaac Morley. I don't think that's a match. Not a match. It's on the general principle of forgiveness. Isaac Morley is a member of the church, but I'm going to call it not a match. Right here, for behold, I say unto you that Zion shall flourish, and the glory of the Lord shall be upon her. There's Zion right there. So far, 5 out of 6. We're going to go 4 more really quickly. This one here. And shall come forth they who have done good to the resurrection of the just, and they that have done evil unto the resurrection of the unjust. This is a hard one, because this framework really, this is an add-on. The resurrection come forth. No, the resurrection of the just comes forth with the second coming, and it is part of it. I'm going to call it a match. I'd fit it here in the second coming. This part really comes to section 2, so I'm going to call it a match. Because I want it to be a good framework, so I think it is a match. This one here. Frederick G. Williams is called to be a counselor in the First Presidency. First Presidency is in the First Presidency over Zion. That's a match. And in the case of absence, one or both of those who are appointed to assist him, he has power to preside over the council wherewith an assistant. And in case he himself is absent, the other presidents have the power to preside in the stead of either of them. This is with regards to the First Presidency and the council, presiding councils. I think it's a match because there's leadership in the priesthood in Zion. This one here. What are we to, this is Elias Higby says, what is meant by the commandment in Isaiah, put forth thy strength, O Zion, and what thy people, and what people had Isaiah reference to? He had reference to those whom God shall call in the last days, who should hold the power of the priesthood and bring again Zion, the redemption of Israel. That's a match. So 9 out of 10 times it kind of works. The one on the resurrection, I'm not sure if he's talking about that they'll eventually inherit the celestial kingdom, which is kind of the end goal of that framework and the plan, or if it has to do with second coming. So let's say I cheated on that. It's been my experience that it's about 8 out of 10 times you'll find something that'll fit. So here, section 123, and again, we would suggest your consideration and propriety of all saints, gathering up a knowledge of the facts and the sufferings and abuses upon the state. So I would call that not a match. But most of the time, it's a really good framework. Every section has a place in it to some degree. Thank you.